I leave like in an hour.
Now.
Does YouTube work?
Yes. That's
Okay. Don't, 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 don't.
right here, dude. Look, it's working. That's fire. Way better, dude.
Don't, don't.
Oh. Right there.
You're.
We're good. Throw this on the charger.
Oh, we're on YouTube. What's up, YouTube?
Wanted to
Ooh,
do
y'all
this the
can
whole time.
y'all can see me. Now y'all don't. So we're back.
All right, so see the
We're
camera right there,
back.
Jose?
Yeah, that's the one. Can you hear us now? Test, 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 test. What's up? Welcome to what is this called? Learning to lose. Jose, do you miss us? I miss everybody. We hear you. I hear y'all too. I love y'all. I'm gonna need it quick. Okay. Can y'all hear me or not? No, no, I can hear myself actually. So just wanted to say that you are too loud. Evan, they're saying to come back. Baby, come back to me. What's up, YouTube? I just can't see the comments, so bear with us. Sounds good still, yeah. What's y'all favorite song? Ooh, thank you for the rose. I can't see that far, so thank you for the rose. Huh. Why the fuck is this so up? So yeah, we're live at the grad house. We got Evan, Bryce on the camera. Yeah, we're just here.
Where did you come from?
I came from the city next to Mexico, like right before the border. And then I walked over here and just hopped on live. And they said, "Hey, what's up? You want to be on live?" I said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be on live." I said, "What is live?" Jared Paul, Barbie Berkeley. It's the nighttime and I'm feeling a little goofy. Yo, why is this? Okay, it's like weird, right? The YouTube, it makes me look like I'm pregnant. I kind of don't like it. I want to kiss Evan. I do too. No, I'm just joking. Hell no. So what's up, guys? How you guys doing today? Bryce is on the left. Jose's on the right. No.
Oh yeah, dude, we do match.
Yeah.
Look at that.
They're saying that?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
we did that on purpose.
Yeah. So yeah, bear with me. It's my first time on this meeting. So yeah, chilling, brother. How was your guys' day? My day is still going. I'm possibly gonna go to a meeting tonight. So yeah,
Dude, my day was chill. I
Yeah.
did nothing.
bro. Lucky. What'd you do today though? You just drove out here
Just drove out here, bro. There was so much traffic.
for real? Where were you the whole time when we were at dinner? Anyways,
At
yeah,
dinner?
Bryce tried to copy me today. He was like, "Jose, what are you gonna wear today?" I didn't think he was gonna wear the same thing as me, but here we are. Here we are. So if anyone's trying to join, it's sub chat only. I cannot read from far away. How do you put a sticker on top of the title with who's here? Yeah, we do. I think we're waiting on people. I'm just trying to gas you guys up. See what's up with y'all. I probably do look like the emoji right there. Chad is thirsty tonight. Ooh, Claire Bear. Yeah. You guys are doing Discord? Yes, we are doing Discord. I don't like this view. He's glazing chat. Nah, not glazing today.
Jose's always glazing, 24/7.
I need a little glazed donut. Little shit. I'm lactose. You don't want to give me no milk.
Bro, what was that during dinner about the milk?
Oh, because fucking Anthony,
A little
dude.
bit further. Okay.
Anthony was talking about someone stole his milk. I wanted to just be like, bro, fuck your milk. Straight up. But, you know, I can't do that because I'm a real nice person. But that's why I felt that way. I felt it in my heart. I don't like that this mic goes out, dog. Shut up. You hear that? I have to like be really close. That was a decent. That was actually a pretty good live. I will not answer that. Jose, why are you staying? Anyways, we have to protect the house, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on with the house. We got to make sure people are safe, and that's that, really. Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry. You guys aren't live on Discord. We're not live on Discord, doggy. Am I wrong? Is Discord on? I don't even know how to work Discord, dude. Discord. Are you lounging? One and only? Erica. I like your hair. What's up? What's up? Anthony cried over spilled milk. Anthony cried over milk. Gracie. Jesus. I love Gracie. Who? Yeah. So yeah, shout out to all the subscribers, commenting on the chat. Let's what do you guys want to do tonight? What do you guys want to talk about? I will be checking in with Tori nonstop.
What's going on with Tori?
So she's been wanting to leave for about like 2 weeks. She just didn't know how she was going to get back home. So I think it was like 3 days ago that she actually decided that she wanted to leave, but she was like too scared to leave because how can I say this? She wanted to leave 2 weeks ago, but she didn't have the money to leave. So I guess she was just waiting on the money for her to bounce out. And I mean, it's fine, dude. You know, some people have sick parents or a lot of stuff's going on with their family, and you know, we get it, but it can be very dangerous, especially like in early recovery. God damn. All right, well, Billy's here. I'm not gonna be the main one anymore. Shout out to everybody. Y'all, did y'all match? No, we did not match on purpose. I was wearing a shirt today. Just got a brick outside.
He's lying. We didn't match on purpose.
Yeah, he texted me like, "What are you wearing today, dog?" Yeah, straight up. What's up, Keto?
Audio.
How's the audio in the Discord world? The Discord is on. Is it silent for anyone? Damn, you're my 1, 2. Thank you. Thumbs up in the chat if the audio is good for Discord, not for TikTok. What's up, guys? What up? What up? Can y'all hear us? Okay, sounds good. Okay, cool. Cool. I don't like hearing myself. I really don't. It's twin day. I'm gonna go sit in the fucking back. Yeah. What's up, Billy? Good yourself? Oh yeah. I had just joined. Who left? I don't know. A lot of people probably. We can't hear you. Can you hear us now? No, that was Discord. It's about to be 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. How you get in Discord? You gotta go to Patrick Ridge's account, then go on the link tree, and just click on the link tree. Discord is muted. We can't hear.
It needs to be the first thing open, right? Did we?
We really don't like hearing you. I'm sorry, Bryce. But I'm glad you're subscribing. Straight up. Try to get the tea. Ooh, thanks for saying that. Here, you run this, right? Big dog.
Want your chair? Take this.
Burner. Bag burner. We are live. What do you mean? Oh yeah, I'm not doing that. And then walk around.
I don't think any of it.
Unique talent, huh? I'm in the back, guys. Where I belong.
Can't always be.
What do you mean? You're always
Yeah.
on? I'm always off. They say.
Yeah, me too.
That's what they say on the talk.
It's yours now. Yeah.
Can the Discord hear now?
Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. What it is? I'm out here in the back chilling. Y'all hear me? I'm just chilling.
All right. Hello, Wolfpack. Big Billy boys here. Everybody can relax.
Yeah.
Kidding. Kind of hot. Santa Ana's came in. Warmed the place up. Yeah.
Bro, I was down by Malibu and it was 51 degrees. And then I got into kind of the canyons and it was 70 degrees. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Today?
Yeah.
I almost went to Malibu, but I was so burnt out today. Like, I didn't make it. Might go tomorrow.
Scoot over this way, Billy. Yeah, so we're doing our Discord meeting. We do it every Friday at 8 p.m.
Yeehaw. Welcome to the Friday night meeting of the Wolfpack. All right, let me get all adjusted here. All right. There we go. Welcome to the Friday night meeting of the Wolfpack. We accept everyone, sober or not, alcoholic or not, drug addict or not. We do not judge. We encourage you to share every week and check back with us on your progress the following week, which we haven't been doing, but that'd be cool if we did. Not to embarrass you, but so that we can hold you accountable to the commitments you have made to the group. We have all, I made it, anyway, I'll get to that. We have all been through our own unique experience, which gives us a special voice that may only resonate with its counterpart. We know us, and together we, the Wolfpack, can reach and change the world, even if it's just a little. Amen.
Amen.
Wow, we got a lot of people tonight. Have you guys been going all this, like, before I got here?
Just for like 10 minutes, but dude, the Discord has been wild.
Really?
Just with everything going on and like getting flooded with shit. It's been kind of wild.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wild, like just a lot of interaction or more people?
A lot of hate stuff. Because of stuff going on with Pat.
God, the haters, they love a witch hunt, man. As soon as they smell blood, they're just fucking ravenous.
Yeah, it's
Ravenous witch hunters.
yeah, it gets to be a lot.
Yeah.
Gets to be a lot.
I've been through it. It's hard the first time, and then after you're used to it, you're like, these are a bunch of fucking miserable fucks or whatever, and just trying to bully people online. And that's how I look at it. Sorry if that's you, but
Yeah,
I've been through it.
I mean, the way I look at it, I mean, it's not really directed towards me. So
It will be if you stick around long enough.
yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Yeah. But it's really just a bunch of people that I don't know and that don't know me. So
Right. They don't really know Pat or anybody. Really.
Exactly.
That's the thing. They don't know what the truth is or what's really going on. That's why how can they be so fervently convicted to attack and hurt people when they don't even know what the fuck's going on? Excuse my language. I'm a little bit, my attitude needs adjusting. Hopefully Wolfpack can get me on back where I need to be.
yeah, dude, it's fucking, it's been wild. How was your week?
My week was good. I went surfing a couple times. It's been really pretty at the beach. And I made it back to my gym. My shoulder's getting better. I'm working, making a little more money. I saw my daughter on Wednesday, and that was nice. I live with some nuts, and one of them I called the police on a couple weeks ago, and they came and got her. And then she went to court this week, and that's been an interesting course of events. I live there because it's cheap, and when you don't have a lot of money, you just go from one shithole to the next. So I figured this shithole's as good as any. I'm just gonna stick it out. And I guess you don't live in a shithole, do you? You have your own
No.
place.
Yeah, I have my own place.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I like it. It's a nice place too. Yeah.
One bedroom or what?
Yeah, it's a 1 bedroom and it's just me and my dog.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, the weird thing is when I've lived alone, I was kind of lonely.
Dude,
But you have a dog.
I'm a
so
loner.
you
For
like it?
sure. Yeah, I'm an introvert. 100%.
Well, me too. But still, you need interaction, or I do.
Yeah.
That's why coming here is kind of nice, actually. Friday night, I get to see Wyatt's beautiful face.
Yeah, it's
Working
good.
hard. Hardly working.
Yeah, I have like a I mean, I have a community from like AA and all that, and I work in recovery, so I'm around it all the time.
I'm down to one meeting a week, and the only reason I go is I have a commitment.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's 11 steps, so we do yoga, and then we have a meeting. And it's not just AA, it's all the A's, any A, open meeting.
Yeah, I've been slacking on meetings. I mean, I take the guys from the place I work to meetings, but I don't count that really as like going to a meeting. I don't know. It's not the same. And most of the time I have to walk out because they're like, something happens with them every time.
Like smoking during the meeting time or something.
Yeah, or like, dude, I don't know. This one kid has like schizophrenia that's in there right now.
Like
And
bad or mild or what?
it's pretty mild, but whenever it like goes off, it gets kind of wild. And he's
Mm.
kind of like a big dude that's been like to prison and then like stuff like that.
shit.
Yeah. The other night he was like walking around during like when the speaker was speaking, talking to like random people just sitting there.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Disturbing the meeting.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I had to pull him to the side and
is he like chill about it or what?
sometimes. But I mean, I'm down for whatever.
Yeah,
So, I
you down to
mean,
submit him if you have to?
yeah, I mean, I'd probably get my ass beat, but
You
I'm
gotta
down.
you gotta try.
Yeah. Yeah. So if anybody in the Discord wants to share, we'll bring y'all up. Just raise your hand. I think-
Yeah, we'd like to hear from you.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. This is watch. It's gonna be a troll.
So they're coming in the Discord too, huh?
Oh,
Trolls.
dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hey guys,
Hey, how's it going?
my name is Ruben. I'm an alcoholic and an addict.
Hey,
Ruben.
Ruben.
Where you at? Rube?
It's
Where you at?
in TJ. Actually, I live here in Mexico.
Oh
I live
shoot.
as a border, so pretty much I'm. It's the first time that I'm joining to these type of meetings. So pretty much I'm kind of new.
Oh,
so
cool.
I learn.
Ha-
Yeah.
What city in Mexico?
Tijuana, TJ.
What big city is that near?
Tijuana here in Baja, like next to San Diego.
Oh, okay, yeah. Huh.
Yeah, I'm here. We're here. So I heard about your meetings and watching you for pretty much for I think about 1 year,
Oh wow.
following you on your social media. I love the work that you do. It's very awesome.
You mean Pat, yeah.
Yeah, the Graceland and everything, like everything you do over there, it's awesome. Actually, I'm also running here in Mexico. I have my clinic here, and it's kind of messy around here. I've been sober for almost 5 years, so
Mm.
I'm up and down here.
So you say you're running the clinic or what? What do you mean?
Yeah, I do have like a rehab center here in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
I try to implement everything like very therapeutic and everything like that.
Uh-huh.
So it's pretty good. I'm learning.
Right. Do you get people from the States down there or mostly
I
from Mexico?
do. I do have two patients that are one from LA and one from San Diego.
Hmm.
So it's kind of different because I've been working in clinics like in rehab centers for about 2 years and a half, but in a different city like in Guadalajara, Mexico.
Yeah, I've
So
been there. Yeah.
we opened here one rehab center because we pretty much saw the opportunity to help people due to the fact that sometimes in the States it's a little bit expensive, the treatment, and and the people doesn't want to have it, right? So
Yeah.
over here it's not that expensive. We do accept people who needs the help as soon as possible, and we're open here. So pretty
Oh,
much
what a
it's
trip.
one day. Yeah.
So it's affordable rehab.
Yeah,
Sort
it's
of.
pretty much affordable. The treatment for about 6 months, we're around $3,000 to $4,000 the whole treatment.
Wow,
That's
got it.
crazy.
That's like 1 month here. Yeah. Well, hear that, anybody? Yeah.
I've heard there's some crazy shit that goes on in treatment centers in Mexico, though. Like
I bet they don't have the same. You have like different laws and rules over there, right?
Yeah, actually, we evolved in for the association that we have the rehab centers here, the clinics here, and we always evolve in the part of the treatment and the part of the loss, right? Because what we focus most is the treatment that the people needs to have, not like an addict. I know that pretty much me as an addict, it's been a hard road to get sober and to stay
Yeah.
sober.
Yeah.
Pretty much, we identify that pretty much if we do we did treat we start treating the patient with love, with compassion, and not like a bug. Pretty much, there's a very good percentage of recovery.
Amazing. Are you
So
allowed to
it's
lock down over there? I know here in the States, there's no like, you can't actually lock, like if a family member wants to send somebody here, they're not allowed to keep them if the patient is not willing. Are they allowed to do that in Mexico? Keep them even against their
yeah,
will?
over here, yeah. I do
Yeah.
understand that pretty much in the states, it's not like it's not like in the states that you need to have the willing to get the treatment. Otherwise, if you don't want to, you can still get the rock bottom
Right.
as long as you can. Right over here, it's not like no, it's not like that because the laws allow us to pretty much not force because we try to re-educate the patient in the spirit way, mindless in the mind, in the physic way, so they can comprehend that the drugs or the alcohol or any substance that they are taking nowadays, it's like destroying all his social life, his other family, everything.
Yeah.
So
It ruins, it
we
ruins
do
everything.
have like clinics for girls. We do have clinics for minors also,
Hmm.
for older.
Are you near the
It's really
ocean
nice.
over there?
Excuse me?
Are you near the ocean?
Yeah, I have a very nice view here in the ocean.
Oh,
I'm
really?
like about like two blocks from the beach.
Wow. That must be nice.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is very nice. Pretty much, it's a kind of different. Here, what I'm facing the most is that, for example, I never thought or I never saw someone who was coming from with fentanyl or with
Hey, hold on
heroin.
one second. Hey,
Excuse me.
so we can't say any specific
Oh,
substances or
yeah.
anything like that.
All right.
We're supposed to use code
All right.
words for, yeah, certain things.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
No problem.
What I'm facing here, it's like the culture here, it's very similar to the States. Um, and it's very difficult to that the patient can understand the impact that they're of the drug abuse or anything taking. So it's very hard for me to start working with that.
Wait,
But
wait.
it's I
What do you mean? What? Like,
like it's not like I'm very common. For example, as an example, I'm very common to treat different like a sector of people who has like a certain amount of addiction or substance in like their impact, their drug impact. But over here, it's very different. Coming from the states and the culture, it's way different. Sometimes they do understand, they feel or they like try to avoid to understand that they do have a illness that needs to be treated. So
and you think here they're more accepting that they have a problem?
yeah,
Okay.
Hmm.
I could see that. It's a different culture, right? So,
yeah,
hmm. So it's challenging. It's
it
challenging here
is.
too. Most people don't stay sober even when they go
No,
through treatment and all that. Did you go
I
to
know.
AA? Did you go to AA to stay sober, get sober?
Me,
Yeah.
yeah, much I do.
Yeah.
Actually, I live here in the clinic, so my daily basis is like start the day with the patients, start doing all the treatment as per se, like everything therapeutic, and in the nights, like if I have the chance to do my AA meetings, I do. I go
Mm.
to a group.
Have
Yeah.
you lived here in the States?
Yeah, I did. I actually lived over in Canoa Park,
Oh,
and
yeah,
actually
yeah.
all my over there. Yeah,
Yeah, that's my home base.
really.
Yeah, I was born there.
I lived for around 4 years. I did my high school over there, so pretty much it was awesome.
Which school?
In the Canoa Park,
Oh,
the
yeah.
one who's
That's
yeah.
funny. Okay.
I'm
My
38,
my
so
mom went to school there a long, long
yeah,
time ago. 38. Yeah, okay.
a long, long time ago. So I actually came back to Mexico to do my college,
Okay.
but all my family is in the States, so I can go back and visit.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
I'm sorry to interrupt real quick. I just wanted to let you know some people in here are having a hard time, even if they are like leaving, coming back in. Do you think that you can check for the connection? Because it's working just fine on YouTube for them, but not on the Discord.
I do see people popping in and out a lot.
What's going on? They can't hear, or it's lagging.
Yeah, the audio keeps coming in and out. And then I'm sure the picture as well. But
Okay.
so yeah.
All right, we're gonna try to fix that.
Thanks, Ruben. That was good talking to you. Interesting.
Yeah. So Faye, tell us
Hey,
about your week.
Ruben,
Oh,
check
why'd you
back in next
leave?
week. Hey, Wyatt. Oh, did he go to get him? Okay. Sorry.
About my week.
Yeah, tell us about your week.
It's been a little bit crazy. I mean, well, I guess it started a little crazy, and it's settled down, that's for sure. Anybody who follows like the TikTok or anything knows about bad chat, and so I think
Billy, that's what they call the haters. They call
what?
them bad chat.
Oh, bad chat. I've been off social media for December, and so I have seen nothing of anything.
Oh, dude, it's wild.
I guess I'm glad.
It is wild on there. It's
It
basically,
is. It's crazy.
dude, it's a bunch of angry, like older women. So they're
Uh-huh.
like super catty.
Uh-huh.
It gets kind of wild.
You engage, I guess, to some
Oh,
degree.
yeah.
Okay.
I can't help myself, dude. I need to stay out of there.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. They're probably in here watching right now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like some of them like Bryce though.
Oh, they love me. They love me over there.
They do?
Oh, yeah.
They love to
They
hate
love
you, or
them
they
some
love you, love you?
Bryce. Oh, they love me, love me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's nice.
We'll see after tonight what they say.
Hmm.
Yeah. Rachel, do you want to come up and talk? I'd like to talk to you.
I see another hand, too, after that.
Here, I want to talk to
Oh, there's a couple hands.
Let's see if she'll come up.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hi.
Rachel.
Hi, how are you guys? Sorry, I'm losing you guys and going in and out, so I can't see your guys' picture.
That's a shame. Something to see.
You can't
Been
see us?
all day. Turn mine on. I can't see you guys. Let me see if I can turn mine on real quick.
Hmm.
God. There's that cheesy smell love.
What?
But no, I went to my club that I go to for my AA and my NA today, and it's 26 days.
Woohoo!
So excited.
I'm so proud of you, Rachel. I've been following your
Huh?
I've been following your journey when you were at Graceland, and I'm glad you're doing well. Been praying for you and hoping you're staying strong.
I am. I've been diving headfirst into my AA and NA. I'm there all the time. They had a barbecue fundraiser thing at the club I go to. It's the club that I took Blue to, and I am just like exhausted because like they were doing a fundraiser thing, so I had to bring some food there, and then I also had to cook for my house, and I got up way earlier than I'm used to, and I've been staying up way too late. So I'm trying to get my schedule switched back from graveyard to a regular schedule. I haven't even really got to my laundry yet still. It's just a lot of stuff, but I'm staying positive and I'm staying in the middle of the herd and staying, um, where I need to be and avoiding, places and things that aren't positive or what's the right word? That aren't good for my recovery. That, like, God, I hate how close this gets in on my face. Um, so anyways, I've just been, working in the book, staying around the right kind of people and staying around the positive people that I'm affiliated with out here in Vegas, which there's some really great recovery. There's some really great and really bad recovery anywhere you go, right? There's good and bad with anything and everything. So I'm lucky that I've gotten a really amazing support group around me. And we were working on the doctor's opinion today, starting from the beginning and working our way through the book. So I've been doing my book studies and I've been, just, my daily readings. I do, Tweety had recommended to me at night to do 3 things I'm grateful for and 3 nice things about myself. And ever
Hmm.
since she recommended that to me, I've been doing it every night and it really, really helps me
Wait,
reflect on the,
what was it? Three
I'm sorry,
things. What was it? 3 things that you're grateful for, and what else?
and 3 nice things about myself
Oh,
because I'm really like harsh on
yeah,
myself.
yeah.
Like,
We
you-
all, yeah.
I'm really, yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
with a lot of addicts and a lot of recovery where we sell ourselves short on a lot of things. And it's really helped me and I've been doing it every night. And
Hmm.
I've noticed the change in me positively. Like I'm able to put that boundary up like, hey, sorry, I've got to do this, or no, I can't do that. Like, I'm able to like actually stand up for myself now instead of before I was such a people pleaser and I'd just be like, yeah, 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 yes, yes, yes. And then like I'd either flake or I just wouldn't show up or I'd go MIA or whatever. And
Can I
it's
ask you a
just,
question?
complete. I'm sorry, what?
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
So, what was one of the things that you like about yourself? Just one. Just curious.
Oh, hold on. Let me go grab my book because, like, well, one of the things that I was like that. Oh, the door's shut. One of the things that I had put that I was grateful for is like I'm grateful for my Discord family, and I'm grateful for the people here and that are in my life thanks to this thing. And one of the nice things about myself, I'd said that it's nice that I'm able to show myself more grace. And how did I word it? I worded it really well, but I'm able to show myself more patience and grace when it comes to myself. Like I'm able to like not be so critical and hard on myself and I'm able to show myself a lot more grace and a lot more patience. And I'm one of those kind of people that I'm like, if I could get it all done in one day, I totally freaking would. But this is a progress, right? Progress, not perfection. And I need to remember that to pump the brakes, slow down, and take it day by day instead of trying to, just speed through the book where that's not going to benefit me in any way shape or
Mm.
form. It's just not going to work for me. But and me doing that way, I need to be more present and more open to suggestions. I need to make sure I remain teachable. Just a lot of things that have just been going really, really well. I've been cooking more at home. I've been like going to it's called I think it's called the Keeping It Real Club, I believe is what it's called. I don't know if Joe's in here. He also knows of that club too. He said he had to go to bed. He had early morning in the morning or whatnot. But yeah, the Keeping It Real Club, there's a lot of people in there with a lot of years of sobriety, like 36 years of sobriety. Excuse me. I had a fried bean burritos tonight, so
Mm.
probably gonna be a
And
for me.
Billy, you
But
know Rachel's story with Graceland, right?
No.
Okay. You want to tell him like your story with Graceland?
okay, so my story, I spent about 6 or 7 days at Graceland, and how can I put this? Okay, so when I had showed up there, I had relapsed before I got there. So when I showed up
Hold on a
there, I was
second.
not
So you went to
um,
detox first, right?
I went to detox for 9 days,
And then what
and
happened?
then I had 4 or 5 days before my bus left, and I was doing good the first day. Into the second day, I was doing good, and then like I had something trigger me that I kind of subconsciously probably knew it would trigger me. It's my mother, and I allowed that to spiral me out of control, and I ended up picking up, and I ended up using, and I had contacted Mason and Maggie and all that, and I told him, I said, "Look, I fucked up. Do I need to go back into detox before I come out there and whatnot?" And they were like, "No, it's okay. Just get your butt out here, and we'll get you going in the right way." And then after I was there for 6 or 7 days, or 6 days, and I didn't eat for the first 5, and I didn't sleep for the first 5.
So
Like
after
little here
so
and
after you
there.
left
Huh?
detox, how many days did you use for before you came?
3.
And you still had crazy withdrawals after only using for 3 days?
I guess I just had went too hard on it, I guess. I honestly don't know how it had gotten that bad. I thought it wouldn't be that bad. I don't think anybody there thought it was gonna be
Yeah, because
that
I
bad.
saw you and you were like sick.
Oh, I was sick,
Yeah.
sick. Yeah, there's a video of me when I was in the garage, and I was just the lights are on, nobody's home, like it just
That's
it
crazy.
wasn't
Because usually
easy.
after like only 3 days, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't happen that quick, you know?
Right, and that's another thing people, like, expect, like, everybody's different, right? Like, you've gotta realize, like, I started using, black when I was, like, about 17, and I'm 35 now, so, like, that's a lot of years that I put that into my body. That was even 9 days in detox wasn't long enough. I needed, like, longer in detox. So when I left Graceland, because my mental state at that point, like I was almost through the physical, which I went through more physical for about, I say like 4 or 5 more days, but I had checked myself into a mental facility because I have Nevada state insurance. So they couldn't do anything for me until I got over the California Nevada state line, until I got into Nevada. So they were able to help me then, and I was able to find a different mental health facility that I had never been to before, with the help of Maggie. Like, she was on the, because the service is real shitty, driving from California to Vegas. It's real bad. So, I was lucky that I had her being able to make these phone calls for me and finding a facility that would take me and let them know what was going on and what I was going through, because I would hear people like talk or whisper and this and that, and then I would automatically, it's about me, of course, right? Of course it's about me.
Yeah, you're going through
And
it.
even so, I was starting to spiral into my own head and out of control. And even though it may have looked like I was kind of holding it together to some extent, I was busting on the inside at the seams to just, like, I was gonna come undone. And I didn't want to do that because I was scared it would derail somebody else in the house. I was scared that it would affect somebody else in the house. Or, I truly care about all the people in the house. They've done nothing but be supportive, nothing but show me love, and still continue to support and love me to this day. even though I'm not in the house, they still show their love and support in other ways and different ways and whatnot. And I'm just truly grateful for that. I've got to make some new great lifelong friends, and I've got to meet, amazing people like you, Bryce. My dog had a seizure the other day. I messaged Bryce right away, and he got right back to me and called and talked to me, which we'll talk about that later, but he was able to, help me to some extent. And I appreciate that, that I have people that I can lean on today that I didn't have 26 days ago. I didn't have any kind of support, like not like that. And I know that
Mm.
everybody in and out of
Yes,
that
while you're paying
house, in and
attention, someone
outside
needs help
the
getting in
Discord,
Discord.
is seeing me well. And I'm very, very
Oh
grateful
no.
for the community that's been built and the love that's been shown. But I had a great, like, besides me being
Oh,
sick
dang.
or this, that, and the other, Graceland, what you guys are doing there is helping and changing lives. And truly, I think is doing just amazing work. Like, it's something that it's like easy to talk shit about when you're not there, and it's easy, excuse my language, and it's easy to say this, that, or the other when you're not there. But when you're there, it's just like a big old family, and everybody loves everybody else. Everybody's open. The communication's good and whatnot. And I think it just really threw everybody for a loop because I didn't tell anybody I was leaving. I just left. I just was somebody was there to pick me up, and I'm like, I'm out. I've got to go to a mental facility, or I'm gonna have him 4 years now. And once you have one of those, when you feel yourself slipping from reality, you really just want to stop that because I had heard from somebody else, I don't know how true it is or not, but when you're starting to go manic like that and you're on Lexapro like I was, it makes it worse.
I've heard that too.
So yeah, I've heard that from quite a few people that that can just magnify it and make it so much worse. I made amazing fried beans with the ham hock and the slow cooker and fried burritos tonight, which were so good. And then
Yeah, so it seems
I'm
like
just
you're on the right track pretty much. You're doing good. That's great to
I feel
hear.
great. I really do. I still have a little bit of pause here and there, which for people that don't know what that is, it's post acute withdrawal syndrome. So you still get like little baby withdrawal things. Like I'll get like a hot flash and then I'll be like cold to my bone. It's just little baby ones in comparison to what I went through. I am like beyond exhausted. I've been burning the candle at both ends, so that's why I went to bed early last night. I'm gonna go to bed early again tonight because it's not benefiting me staying up all night playing on TikTok and trying to stand up for Graceland when these people don't want to hear it either way. Like,
Yeah, you're
this is
not
that.
gonna convince these people of anything. These
You're
people
right.
they
I
can't be
don't know
convinced.
that they don't deserve to know. And in my opinion, like some of them have been really nice to me and have been really like understanding, but then they'll like say something where it's like an underhanded like jab or whatever. And that's just not beneficial to my mental health right now.
Well,
So like I'll post my stuff and I'll go into people's rooms that I know it's a positive thing, and then just trying to stay away from the negativity and keep as much negativity out of my life as possible right now.
yeah, well, they're trying to like
But
manipulate people. They're trying to make you like them and tell you all this nice stuff, and then they'll ask you like a trapping question. And like, I'm not stupid. I
I
know that they're asking like trapping questions and shit.
yeah, I don't want to get into too much details, but I'll message you, Bryce, what was asked of me. Like yeah, and I was like, I don't have access to that. I'm sorry. I can't get it, which I'm sure if I asked, I could get a copy for myself, but it doesn't change anything, and it doesn't have anything to do with anything. It's just so that they can poke holes
Yeah,
in the boat.
these people are insane. But all right, dude, it was good talking to you. I think we're gonna hear from
Yeah.
Jesse.
Yeah, it's always good to hear from you guys. I can't see you guys, but
Oh,
much love.
can see
But
you.
I'm gonna go back out and come back in and see if that fixes it. I don't
Okay.
know what's going on.
All
But
right.
I love you guys. So good to hear from you guys. Billy, you look amazing. Bryce, I love you to death. So much love, guys. So happy to see you
Thank
guys
you.
tonight.
Billy, you're getting a bunch of comments in the TikTok about your beard, and they love your beard.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling it too. I saw it and I was like, that's some boss stuff right there.
Yeah.
It is.
I can't grow a beard, dude.
No.
No.
Well,
Not
all you
even
have
a
to do
little
is
bit.
not shave.
No.
It's easy.
It looks rough. I look like a 16-year-old kid.
Hmm.
Doesn't grow in.
Well,
Very solid.
they're silly. All right. Well, much love. I'm gonna get out of the box.
Yeah,
so you
good
guys
for
can
you
get more.
for being so willing. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not giving up. You ain't getting rid of me that easily. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Oh, you are now. Hold on now. Ignore that one.
All right. So hey, Jesse, how you doing?
How you doing, man? I'm doing good. I was just kind of listening in on there. That reminded me of you talking about kind of the people being unsupportive of the recovery community and stuff like that. It's just it really brought back to something I put on my part in my step 4, and it had to do with one of my family members, and I'll read it to you guys real quick. It was one of my
Ooh, we get
resentments.
to hear
I'm
step
resentful at
4.
this person because I feel that they are unsupportive of my success in recovery and work. Where was I selfish? I'm selfish by thinking I can control what that person thinks about me based on my recovery and financial success. Where was I dishonest? I'm delusional to believe that I was successful in my recovery because I relapsed in my job or relapsed at my job, and thinking all those contributing factors were part of the problem. Self-seeking. I wanted validation for doing the right things and convinced myself I was doing the right things when in reality I wasn't. Where was I afraid? I'm afraid that I'm not gonna stay sober and I'll lose my job that I already it's that job's been gone now, but and this person will have a reason to say I was unsuccessful. And then I wrote this little thing, I create these false narratives in my head and overthink them to the point of exhaustion. And then I give up on the important stuff because I figure I'm gonna fail anyway. And that was like something I wrote at the beginning of my recovery journey. I'm 8 months sober now, and it just really makes me realize the importance of 10 stepping. When things like this crop up, because for me, like when I don't do like a retirement or I don't do my awakening, like that just sets me off in a direction that I know that could lead me, to be unsuccessful. I'm like a lot of people in recovery. I'm a people pleaser. I'm a yes man. Like I want everyone to think I'm doing good, and everyone to see me as this, like kind of like poster boy for recovery, and that's me kind of just being selfish and wanting some type of validation for doing the right thing when in reality, like I should be doing the right thing anyway.
Hmm.
And it just like I kind of like to read the 10-step warning when I talk about this. It's easy to let up on the spiritual program of action and rest on our laurels. We are headed for trouble. For if we do,
It's good to
for
see
alcohol is a
that you
subtle
guys
foe.
are. Sorry, go ahead.
We are not cured of alcoholism, but we really have the daily reprieve contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual condition. And so I just I love coming to this Discord because it reminds me of where I started, this journey. I've been through programs before. I actually tried to get into Graceland at one point. I talked with someone on the phone, and even though I wasn't, able to get in because of my situation at the time, I was still pointed in the direction of like where I could seek help, and I did. And that's just like the thing that I want to stress, like, to anyone that is struggling, or anyone is, you know, having issues, is you just gotta reach out and take that first step, and just say, and really just, you know, find someone that you see work in this program or work doing this recovery thing that's, you know, doing pretty successful, and ask for help and guidance, because that's what I needed. You know, I thought I could white knuckle this thing so many times in my past, and it always just led to failure because I wanted to do things my way. It wasn't until I, like, kind of, you know, like the old timers say, took the cotton out of my ears and put them in my mouth, and just started shutting up and listening, and doing what was asked of me, even when I didn't want to do it, like, that I started to see some type of success. And
See, I still want to do things my way all the time. It's like I give it and then I take it
Mhm.
back and then I give it and then I take it back and then dude, it's wild. And then
yeah,
sometimes
it's
I get lost in it and I'm like, is this what I want to do or is this really what I should be doing? And sometimes I can't differentiate it.
Mm.
That's whenever I
Mhm.
ask other people though. And I'm like, what do you think?
Mhm.
Because I'll stay in my
Yeah,
mind
and
all
it's like,
fucking day long thinking about it, dude. And usually it just leads me to like inaction, which is sometimes worse
mhm.
than actually choosing to do something.
Mhm. Yeah, to, like, a point where, like, you know, and I'm guilty of it even now. Like, you know, should I get up and go to eat, like, for instance, go to a meeting? You know, like, no, you know, I'm tired. I worked a second shift till 2 in the morning, and, you know, I just want to lay in bed, and then you know, I'll continue to, like, procrastinate about it, and then, you know, I'll end up calling someone in my program and just being like, what should I do? You know, and they're like, you know what you have to do, you know. Like, yeah,
Mm.
we don't, it's to the point where they don't want to tell me what to do anymore because they know I already know. You know, it's sometimes it's just, it's like putting the coffee mug in the sink. You know, like, you can leave it there, let it get moldy, and let it, you know, sit there for a couple days, but, you know, if you just put it in the damn sink, it's gonna
Well,
it's
dude,
gonna get done. You don't have to think about it, and you feel better about yourself at the end of the day, you know.
for me, I don't even feel like, I mean, meetings now for me, it's really like giving back more than taking. So it's even harder for me
Mhm.
to do, you know?
Give?
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you go to meetings now, do you feel like you take a lot from it? Because I feel like I just hear a bunch of the same shit.
Not
I
not
go.
not so much, but
I
yeah,
go.
I think that, you know, when I do get a chance to help someone, you know, I notice it, and I do feel better about it. But yeah, sometimes I'm just hearing the same stuff over and over again. But,
Billy,
you
what do
know,
you
every now
think?
and then I'll find that one, like, saying or gem that's like, oh wow, you know, that's really something that I think about all the time. And then I'll try and seek that person out if it's something, you know, that I can relate to, and try and talk to them about whatever they were talking about. But
What do
I,
you think about meetings,
I
Billy?
go to AA for me, really. Yeah, but when I share, I do try to share on solution, because you hear a lot of whatever, but I really do try to share whatever little bit I can that actually helps me get through my day. So I guess in that way, I'm trying to carry the message, but I go for me because I get fed in AA, and
mhm.
it's given me a life. I don't know if it's beyond my wildest dreams, but it's given me a life, you know? So,
Mhm.
Definitely. I had some wild dreams. And this is, I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty up there, but dude, I had some wild dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I want what I want, and I usually want it right now, but it's usually not good for me, and it's just feeding my dis-ease. Even if I'm sober, you know, I've had plenty of addictions in sobriety, and
Mhm.
you know, we're selfishness and self-centeredness is the root of our trouble. It's us. We're the fish we're trying to catch. We're the ones creating our own misery. We got to get out out of our own way, and it's not easy because, like, it's very subtle. That's why alcoholism is so powerful, because it's so sneakily subtle, and it'll use a good idea and turn it bad somehow. So Yeah, it's a practice.
Yeah, you know, I put this, and I've always been that guy that, you know, could put together, like, you know, some time, you know, whether it be 3 to 9, 11 months, and that's why, you know, I think it's so crucial for those that 10 stepping and you know 11 step, doing the prayer and meditation, and because those are things that I know I definitely lacked on in the past, and I honestly believe because I lacked on those things, and you know, thought, you know, I can just go through my day without, you know, having any thought about AA or recovery, you know, that was kind of what led me to believe, you know, hey, you know, I can go out, have a drink, and be back in bed by 9 o'clock, and you know, my brain and my disease will convince me that I can do that because maybe I did it once or twice, you know, while I was out there in the past, and my brain will tell me, oh yeah, you can do that again, and then you know, I just end up crashing and burning, and you know, I honestly believe that, you know, and I tell myself every morning, like, I'm going to be sober the rest of my life because
I
I
mean,
don't think I, like, you know, everyone says that, I don't think I have another one in me,
I
you know.
mean, you
So,
really don't know that you're going to be sober for the rest of your life, though. You just know.
I don't tell
Mhm.
myself. I
Yeah.
don't say that. That's too
It's
much.
dangerous.
But you can be sober today
Yeah.
and possibly tomorrow.
Mhm.
Yeah. And dude, that's the weird thing for me too. It was like in the past, I could never put together like any ample amount of time, like longer than a couple months. And it was like, but I was
Mhm.
trying so hard
Mm.
and I was just struggling to just stay sober. But I was like doing AA, working the steps, going to meetings, doing the 10 step, doing everything. And I just couldn't stay sober. And this time around, I mean, I'm taking it seriously, but not nearly as much. And I don't know if it's just because I'm not as focused on just not using that I've been able to stay sober.
Well, just not using is still
Yeah.
selfish. It's still focusing on yourself. And I think really the gift is the higher power. I know a lot of people aren't into that, but the higher power is you can rely on it.
See, I don't have that this time either.
Maybe you do and you don't realize it.
Yeah.
Because just taking your hands off it, then something else is taking hold, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not running the show. You're not making it
Yeah.
happen.
I mean,
So-
I've kind of just been like, well, whatever's going to happen is going to happen anyways. And it's probably going to be worse if I try to meddle in it and try to enforce how I think things need to be.
So maybe your higher
Mhm.
power is AA in general, the group, the organization.
I
'Cause you're-
think it's just the thought that everything's going to be okay. And if it's not, then we'll go from there kind of deal.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not. And then I take it back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know, it's really good to hear so far. Everybody, the people that have been up here and shared, they are super into AA and they're super willing and they're open minded, and that's essential. You got half a chance if you're doing that, you know, because like I always say, it ain't easy. It ain't easy, but it's worth it.
Mhm.
Where are you
Mhm.
from, Jesse?
I'm from Boston originally, but I live in South Carolina now. I live 5 minutes away. I have an apartment 5 minutes away from the treatment center I went to.
Hmm.
So I go there and I run meetings sometimes.
Oh, that's cool.
Sweet.
Stay close. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's a small town, and like I can't even go to Walmart without running into someone that I know that's in
Wow.
recovery. So it gives me a lot of accountability, and it's just nice to see people, see people still doing good and still, like,
Yeah.
fighting this thing, and
Dude, that's how it was for me where I'm from in Texas, but it was like a huge
Mhm.
city in Texas.
And you still
And
run into people?
and all the bad people.
Oh, shit.
And it would be
Mhm.
like,
The wrong people.
oh my
huh?
God, it was like I couldn't go anywhere and somebody would
Huh.
just happen.
Mhm.
It was a divine intervention.
Yeah, I
It was,
run
that
into
was
the bad
God.
people down here
They were a
too.
good
But
example of not what to do.
Right.
and
Yeah.
What not to do.
yeah, but like I have a couple of the guys from my community moved into the same apartment complex. Some are doing good, some aren't, and Like
Be right
I
back.
just
I'll be right back.
I can set boundaries now, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's great, Jesse. I'm glad to hear stuff straight out of the book, because a lot of people, they're doing their own thing or whatever, and personally, I just don't believe that works. But you gotta, it's a road, it's a journey. I went to AA for 5 years and didn't stay sober, and I kept
Mhm.
going. So
Yep, same with me. You know, my grandmother brought me to my first AA meeting, and in high school, and I always knew that I was, on a road for trouble, but I just always fought the program. I didn't want to read the book. I wanted to do things my way, and it was kind of when I put the fucking white flag down that and just said, "Tell me what to do," because clearly what I'm doing isn't working.
mm-hmm.
That I saw some progress, and I just continue to do that today. Sometimes I don't want to do it still, but if my sponsor or someone in AA tells me to do something, I normally lean towards what they're saying, because
Thanks,
every time I
guys.
try and stick my hands in the honey pot, I end up messing things up. So
Yeah, I was born and raised in Los Angeles. I've been out a little bit, but it's always a really interesting for me to hear people in like different states and small towns and stuff. It's kind of fascinating to me because I've never
mhm.
experienced it. But so thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to share? Pipe in, make some goals for the week. I'm doing a whole month off. My friend in AA said, "Hey, let's do a whole month off social media." And I'm like, "Oh, are you kidding?" Because I'm addicted. My kid's addicted. Everybody I know pretty much addicted to their phones,
Dude, I've been falling into it. I never used to be. And I've been like finding myself kind of being more drawn to it. And I was like never like that.
Even if it's just for a few minutes at work, you get a little dopamine hit or you post some, I don't know.
Bro, I've been going in people's lives while I'm at work for but my job's chill. Like most of the time I don't have anything to do, honestly. And I'm just like a babysitter for adults, basically. But
so only if they have a tantrum, then you have to get into action.
yeah, if they start acting crazy, I gotta put my foot down. But dude, I've been finding myself just getting more drawn into my phone, and I've never been like that. Like I didn't have a TikTok for a long time.
He got me in it. I remember when TikTok was hitting and you could get a bunch of followers right away. And if you tag people, I got like 7,000 followers in like, I don't know how long it was, a month.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you get a bunch with your like plant stuff? Was it that?
No, it was just me and Pat doing the podcast, and I don't know. It was a while ago, but it was exciting back then. It's evolved since then.
See, I think that's what happened. I think Pat kind of fell back into that.
I don't even know.
Because
can we talk? Everybody knows everything. I've been off social media, so I know nothing. But Veronica called me yesterday and told me what was going on, and yeah, I mean,
she's scared, dude.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but I mean, he took the next best step.
What was that?
Going away.
Yeah, well, I think that was forced upon him.
I mean, you always have the choice to say no. I've done it plenty of times when everybody is like, I'm going to cut you off. I'm leaving. Like,
well, Pat's, yeah, he knows. He knows.
Yeah. And I mean, it can be forced, but you still have to say yes and actually do it.
True.
Because I mean,
it's kind of, I'm a little bit surreal. Is that the word? I'm a little like thrown off because I just found out, and me and Pat, I consider us good friends, and but we used to talk regular, and it was a lot AA centered. But that's not been that way for years now. So I don't really know exactly what's going on in his world, but
trip. He kind of blew up on TikTok again, and then a bunch of stuff started happening, and he was trying to live stream 24 hours.
Oh, I know that. I know that. He's like Always.
Yeah.
Never not on unless he's
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah. And I mean,
Yeah, that's wild.
it's just not good for you,
Got
especially
too much.
staying up, you know, not sleeping. I have to
Oh.
get my sleep or I'm not worth shit.
Right.
I'll start going manic too. I mean, dude, I stayed up for like,
You mean he wouldn't? Usually he goes to bed late and sleeps late.
yeah, but his sleep schedule's all fucked. And while he's up, it's like 100% energy, you know?
Yeah. And then he has a new baby.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how much that might feed into it because I remember when I had a baby, you're shocked. You don't even realize you're shocked, but you're shocked. And I started smoking again when I had a kid. It was a bad look. I had a little baby carrying a baby on my front here, smoking a cigarette. Like I hadn't smoked in like 10 years or more
Funny.
because it stressed me out.
Dude, I'm sure that has a lot to do with it because it's a huge change in responsibilities and your schedule, attention. I'm sure Veronica
Plus,
is
your
giving.
wife changes also when she
Yeah.
has a kid a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any kids, so I have no idea about that, but
Oh, you should. It's great.
I'm good. Too much responsibility. I'm selfish,
Well,
dude.
of course, it's way too much, but it's good.
Yeah. My sister has 3 kids,
Oh,
so I can
okay.
be like
oh,
the
that's
fun
right.
uncle.
You're an uncle. Yeah.
Yeah. Her kids are awesome. But yeah, dude, it's just,
See what? So is this TikTok?
yeah, that's TikTok.
What are people saying on here? As a guest, people are wanting to get other people invite them. Is that what happens if they want to come as a guest? I keep seeing that.
I keep seeing that too. Billy, I have no idea, dude. The
Oh,
other day I was in somebody's live and they muted me. And then they were like, you can unmute yourself. I was like, oh, y'all shouldn't have told me
Oh, so
that,
you're-
dude. Yeah.
So you're just learning the TikTok rules and how to do it all.
Oh, yeah, dude. I have no idea.
Being a fun aunt is amazing. Oh, being a fun aunt. Yeah, I have one family member I'm close to, and she's such a nice little aunt for my. We have a very small family, like no family. So it's me and my daughter, and her, and her mom. But me and her mom don't hang. You know, we get along, but we don't hang out.
Yeah, my sister has 3 kids. I was in my addiction heavy during, I mean, I would get like a couple months sober and be around them, but it's like they have to get to know me all over again. It's kind of scary
How long
to
you been
me.
sober?
Almost 2 years.
Okay.
But she lives in Texas.
And so does my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, and I haven't gone back since I've gotten sober. I don't want to go back.
Why?
I mean, I don't know.
Does Texas suck?
I love Texas. It's just being around my family is kind of scary to me.
God, our families.
Yeah,
Our
my
family's so fucking weird. Look, I'm like the normal. Me and my cousin are the only even close to normal. They are so fucking whacked. It's unbelievable.
you see, my family is like normies, a lot of them, but a lot of them aren't too. Like the ones that are my age, like my cousins and stuff, a lot of them have addiction issues with the parents.
But you can be a normie and be whacked too. And
Yeah.
some like weird. I don't know. I think we have like.
They're just very controlling. And
So you come from like sort of a normal family.
my dad was an addict, and he passed away from his addiction.
Oh,
And then,
so not really.
I mean, normal from the outside, but from the inside, I would say no. Like a lot of fighting, a lot of controlling with like money, stuff like that. And like, I love my mom. My mom's always been there for me. My aunt has always been there for me. I love them so much. And they've helped me so much this time. And it's just scary being around them sometimes because sometimes they say some hurtful stuff to me. And it's like they don't even realize that they're doing it. Like my mom compares me to her friends' kids
Right.
all the time. And they're like, well, he's getting married.
Oh,
He's buying this
I'm such
house.
a loser. I mean, I'm surprised I'm alive. So if you're going to compare me to people, I'm already fucked, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a loser, but you know what I mean? Like, I didn't grow up. Fucking my mom was a circus performer and then she got too pregnant with me and she had to stop. She was a trapeze artist. So there was nothing normal from the very beginning. But here in this affluent area we live in,
Mhm.
it's kind of a trip because a lot of these kids come from what seems like good, rich families. They go to school, they have tutors, they go to college, they drive nice cars.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff that I used to just look, I feel like I'm looking in the window. Like, what is this? I mean, this is a normal life. And I used to be really resentful that I was born into such a fucking nut house. But
Dude,
I don't care anymore.
you should talk to the girl in the Discord, Fade. She was raised by hippies. And I
Oh,
think y'all
goddamn
would
hippies,
relate
not the
so
hick-
much. I think y'all would relate a lot because she would. I mean, I don't want to tell her story. Let's see if she'll come up. Oh, there she is.
Hang on a second. Let me put my headphones in.
Okay. Yeah, she was telling me the story about her childhood, and I was like, "Oh my god, this! I've heard your story too about your childhood," and I was like, "This sounds like Billy."
Hmm.
It's crazy. Just yeah, I'll let her tell it.
Okay, can you guys hear me good?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi. My name. Well, you can call me Fade. Yeah, no. My childhood was kind of a shit show.
Huh. Where are you from?
What'd you say?
Where are you from?
I mean, originally I'm from Pueblo, Colorado,
Oh,
but like you said, my mom and my stepdad were hippies. We were dirty hippies, more like hippie gypsies. So I moved around a lot. We moved around from different rainbow gatherings to different communes to
Hmm.
living in our conversion vans.
Well, are you a single child or do you have siblings?
Oh no, I am second oldest of 5 girls, so
Oh, wow. You had a whole
it was a
crew, a whole
lot.
gang.
Yeah, it was a gang of us. It was a lot. It really was.
Yeah, rainbow gatherings. I've never been to one of those. I did live in
Listen,
Humboldt County, though.
yeah, you're not missing out. It's a lot. It's weird. I mean, I do appreciate. I learned a lot of helpful skills. Like I have a little homestead now, so there's a lot of things that I definitely
Oh,
learned.
neat. Where? What?
I go,
Like
what do you
what?
mean? Like where?
Like
Where'd we
what?
go? Like what
What state?
states?
Yeah.
So, we were in California. We've been in Oregon, a couple different places in Colorado, Utah.
But what do you mean
Go.
homestead? Like what does that mean?
So I'm not like a farmer or anything, but like just my little house with some chickens and some garden
Yeah. Like a
and
house in a
homeschooling
neighborhood?
my kids and
Are you out in the like in nature or are you like in a neighborhood?
I am on the outskirts of a small town. I
Oh,
live in Oklahoma nowadays, so like real small town,
neat.
pretty rural areas.
Huh.
But yeah, so I've definitely my life nowadays is extremely calmed down compared to like my childhood where
Are
you
you
know we wouldn't stay in the same area, let alone honestly even the same state for longer than a year. There was multiple times where we would move 4 or 5 times a year. And
wow.
that kind of just went like my parents would fold the map over to where only like the west, like the pretty much west coast, like Midwest and West Coast, like that's the only places. Like we never went East Coast. And they would just close their eyes and pick out a place, like put their hand on the map, and wherever it landed, like that's where we went. There wasn't really a whole lot of thoughts behind it, especially if they could find some type of community commune or rainbow gathering in the area. It was
Did you
kind of
guys
like a
go hungry and stuff or were you always fed and taken care of like that?
I mean, for the most part, we never really went hungry, but like I said, we were dirty hippies.
Yeah.
my stepdad was a construction worker, so almost everywhere we went, he was able to find a job, regardless if it was like pretty much whatever it was. But a lot of the times when we would go somewhere, we would find communes or so. There was multiple times where we'd have to honestly go to churches, and like people would let us stay in their houses, and or they would buy us hotels. It's just a lot of stuff like that. A lot of I don't want to say receiving handouts, but definitely receiving handouts. That, and then going into the commune situation to where just everybody had jobs. If you couldn't necessarily provide money, then you would provide your time.
So are you saying that's negative or what? Like just not being a
No,
secure.
not necessarily. Like the life it's cool. It's like if you're a young adult and that's what you want to do, go for it. I mean, no, here you can resume, babe.
Dude, that's a crazy,
you go.
crazy way or a crazy situation to raise kids in, though. Like going place to
It
place,
really
they don't
is.
have like a
So
foundation.
Yeah.
yeah. So
But they did have a family.
when I was a child, I didn't think that it was that drastic. I mean, I knew people would stare at us funny and call us dirty hippies and stuff like that, literally, because like I had dreadlocks and they were not well kept. My mom had dreadlocks. We lived like we would be traveling in a conversion van, like a Chevy conversion van. Like you looked at us and it was very stereotypical of like those are dirty hippies. You know what I mean? Like it was very that. But a lot of the time, I really just thought we were like camping.
I mean, when
like,
you're little, you don't really realize, so much until you get like to be like a teenager or close to a teenager, and then you start looking around. You're going like, "What the fuck is my life?" Yeah.
Literally, yeah. There was a lot of times where, we would be at certain people's houses, and I'd be like, like, "Oh, mom, like, why, why are these kids living like this? Like, why is there a dead mouse hanging out of their socket that they like to plug things in? Like, why is, like all kinds of crazy stuff like that." Because even though like we were dirty hippies and stuff like that, like my mom always provided for us. Like she always figured it out, regardless if we had to go stay with people or not. Like she did take care of us, and my mom really was like, I was very fortunate to have the mom that I did, regardless of her drug use or her anything. I was very she I don't want to say sheltered, but like there was a lot of things that we did like that were going on around us that she definitely protected us from it in a way.
Yeah, I didn't get protected. I feel like, in a way, what your life sounds really kind of interesting. Like I wouldn't have, I mean, I don't know. You've only told me a little bit, but I would have been down for that maybe if I like.
Like I said, it was fun in some ways. Like it was fun. I got to meet a bunch of different people at a young age, and that taught me a lot about people. And growing up, it made me, I feel like, well versed for when I was starting to become an adult. The majority of my trauma happened in my early teens and leading, into my teenage years. The majority of my trauma and my own, rug usage and stuff like that. Like it was kind of something that was like self-inflicted. And then my trauma was just a situational thing, where situations that I kind of fell into, I guess.
So now what are you like a family person? I hear some kids in the background there and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a single mom. I've got 3 kids. Like I said, my life is really quiet now. Like, and I like it. I like it a lot, honestly.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
And you have 3 little ones, huh?
Yeah. My oldest is 7.
Oh, that's great.
And then my youngest is like 5 months old. So
Oh, wow.
I'm 5 months old. Mom.
him's 5 months. You didn't realize that?
He's 0 though.
And so
Well,
you
he's not
kind
a
of
year.
you run the
Sorry.
household then? You like the
Oh,
boss
yeah.
over
I
there.
do everything.
You don't have a
I'm
partner?
the. Go ahead.
You don't have a partner helping you?
No. It's just me. For the majority of my life, my mom was a single mom. Just when I was a younger child, I had a stepdad, but for the past, like, I want to say like 16 or 17 years, my mom's been a single mom with the 5 girls. So I feel like I learned a lot. I've seen her struggle but always make it
Mhm.
regardless of situations.
That's kind of how my
So-
mom was. My mom was a single mom my whole life.
Yeah.
My dad left whenever I was like 1, and I never once wanted for anything. I was always taken care of, always had a good place to live. And my mom went through a lot, man. She worked for Enron. You know what Enron is? She worked for them for a long time before all of that happened. And then all of that happened and she lost everything. And then she was still able to provide for me even after all of that. And I don't know, I feel like she kind of sacrificed her personal life for me in a way. And I was not a good kid. So it was like she's taking care of this bratty kid who is like cussing out his teachers in like 2nd grade. Dude, I tried to stab a teacher with a pencil one time.
Nice.
And my mom was like having to provide for this
Right?
kid.
I didn't know you were that kid.
Dude, I was
Well, you're going to have the opportunity to give back.
Yeah. It's crazy. My
Yeah.
mom isn't. I love my mom so much. I'm a mama's boy, 100%
Yeah.
proudly.
Yeah. I wasn't so keen on my mom, but she was like pretty mentally ill. But my earliest memories are campground. She was a climber back in the actual dirtbag days in Yosemite. She knows, the Patagonia, that
Mhm.
guy, she knew Yvonne. She knew all the like original dirtbags.
Oh, those guys are crazy.
I remember I was in my earliest memory is in Yosemite in the campground, and I saw they had the fire, and I was ever away from it, and you see the reflections on the granite and the trees of the fire, and it started snowing very lightly, and I just have this one memory, but a lot of my life like was that.
Yeah. How was growing up around that with those guys? Because those guys are kind of like free spirit travelers, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I wasn't around them a lot. Fuck. I don't know why I'm alive. I mean, I've drowned. I've been run over. This is all as a kid, before I was even 12. Guns to my head. My mom went to jail. I went to foster care. I lived with legit pedophile. She went and a word we're not supposed to use.
Yeah, we
Okay. Well,
can't say
anyway,
that.
it was a rough road. I don't know why I'm still here. So, and yeah, was not protected. Wasn't protected.
And
No,
like,
not
did
by my
you,
dad either, even though he would visit me some.
when you were growing up, did you think that the way you were living was normal?
Fuck no.
You knew it wasn't?
Well, once I got to like 10 or so, yeah, because it's weird. We were poor and on welfare, but I lived I had family members that were doing well. So I'd be with them sometimes. And yeah, I resented my mom. I was dirty. But then I went to a nice school and I saw these preppy kids, and they were nice to me for the most part and everything, but I didn't fit in from very early. And I don't want to get too personal, but I just feel like God must have protected me because, like I said, I've drowned, and I've been in motorcycle wrecks at like 8 years old with no helmet, sliding across the freeway. Um, I've been abducted, just you name it. But I'm not trying to be like poor me. I'm just telling you
Yeah.
it was weird. It's been a weird life. And when I got taken away from my mother at like 13 or 14, I was like, thank God. I may not be here now if I wasn't taken away and put into the system and spend the rest of my institutionalized for the rest of my years until they let me out of there.
So what happened with that? So you're in there up until you're like 18, and then they just say, "Okay, you're good," and you have to fend for
They
yourself.
let me stay till I was 19, and that's the problem with the institutions. If you got some kids that start doing better because they're in that environment, that structure, but then suddenly they're on their own again, and you're still a kid
Yeah.
at 19, right? Like, so what do you do from there? Drugs.
Yeah, you make it happen.
I guess
Yeah.
some do, and most don't.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine, dude. If I was on my own whenever I was 18, yeah, I was not ready for any of that. I was not ready for, dude.
There were good times and not so good times, and you know, I loved. I don't know. I guess I can't say certain substances, of sorts. I like the
Code
kind that
word.
make you see colors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was really into that.
I never got into that.
All
I was
right.
doing downers big time. By the time I was 18, I mean, I was
Really.
doing them.
I was introduced to that stuff, but I love nature, and I still do, and so
Yeah, see, I was like, I told you I'm a loner, kind of an introvert. So it was like, made me do those things even more because I would
Right.
just be so out of it. And I would just, that, and it made like doing tasks that I hated doing, like doable, like going to work. I hated going to work. But if I was using, oh my God, dude, I would work overtime. And yeah.
Right. You're just
And I would be like,
chill.
I'm going to work. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So now, since you're such an introvert and stuff, is it hard for you to do stuff like this? and be social?
Incredibly hard.
Well,
Yeah.
good for you, man. I was very shy too. It was so
Yeah.
hard. Like, when you get up at a podium in a meeting, or they pick you,
Mhm.
and you're like, oh fuck, they picked me.
Dude, I'm sweating bullets every time that happens. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it was so hard. Yeah.
Yeah, doing this is definitely stepping way out of my comfort
Good for
zone.
you, yeah.
Big time. Because I am so introverted. And dude, most days I would just rather not talk to anybody, hang out with my dog.
Yeah. Well, when I had the substance, I mean, my main thing, even to this day, was well, the one you just grows naturally,
Mhm.
and yeah. So
Flowers.
yeah, the
Yeah.
flowers, the sweet flower, and if I had that, like you, I was cool by myself, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I did other things too. I did all the crazy hard ones, like in my arm. Like I was going, dude, it was wild. And then I would do those things, and I would just do a bunch of stuff that was like against my morals, you know? And then it was like,
Right.
I just,
you do things you said you never would do.
yeah. And it was like, kind of made me think though. I was like, so were these really my morals, or were these morals that were like pushed upon me and I just kind of accepted them?
Yeah, you start questioning all
Yeah.
that, right?
And then it sent me into this deep, I was like willing to do anything. And it was dangerous. It was bad.
to get the fix, you mean? Or
Well,
just in
that
general?
and just in general, just to have fun. Like,
Huh.
yeah, I don't know. And doing like crimes and stuff always gave me like that energy I got from it was like, that was addicting in itself too.
Adrenaline.
Yeah.
Dope, all those good. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like, for the longest time, I was like, well, as long as I'm not like fucking anybody over, I can do whatever I want. And then it was like, well, I'm only fucking over like everything that I'm doing is like federally insured. So it's like, it's not the people I was stealing from mainly besides my parents.
Oh, so you're doing ethical crime.
Yeah, that's how I rationalized it. I was like, well,
Yeah.
fuck the banks, dude. The banks are going to have to cover it in the end. So fuck them. you know?
Right.
And then it was like,
Well, it is a little
Jump
better
on it.
than robbing the mom and pa, right? Kind of thing.
yeah, but I did that too.
Oh,
Don't be getting mad.
Yeah. Dude, one
Don't be getting
time,
mad.
so Faden, you have chickens over there? Oh, darn it.
she's still
Yeah, I
there.
She's
do have
interesting to me.
chickens.
She's cool. I
Yeah.
love Fade. She's a cool person.
We had chickens for a while.
Can you hear me?
I can now, yeah.
Yeah, I have chickens. I love my chickens. They're pretty cool.
They're so fun, chickens. And yeah, I really love
I
their chickens.
remember Pat and them were talking about getting chickens for Graceland. I definitely advise it.
Dude,
Egg
so
prices and everything have been going up, and let me tell you, like, it just makes you feel good being able to like take care of something,
I'll
raise
tell you
it,
what, too.
and then
An egg,
especially when it gives you something back, like
yeah,
eggs.
an
and
egg
stuff.
from your own chicken is so much better
Oh,
than a
it's
store-bought
just
egg.
it makes you feel good. You're like, holy
But the
crap.
yolk is a dark, almost orange color rather than that
Mhm.
yellow, that pale yellow.
yeah, so my
Yeah.
family has a ranch or like a farm in Arkansas, and they have cattle. It's not, they're kind of older now, so they don't really do as much.
Arkansas, that's a place I've never really think of.
Yeah, it's just shithole. There's nothing there, dude. You're not missing out. But they have,
Arkansas.
and they do chickens, they have horses, beef, cattle, all of that. And I remember going
And
there.
so when they eat, they use their cattle, not the store-bought? Wow.
Yeah. And well, I'm not really that sure anymore because they're kind of older and
Right.
it's just them doing it. But whenever I was growing up, I remember going out there. I was coming from like a big city, and then going out there, I was like, what's all this open space? What do you mean I can just ride around on this four-wheeler? And
Must have been a blast. huh?
dude, I had so much fun out there. But that's another thing too. It's like, it's my family that has that property or whatever, but me and my grandma just aren't close.
Because of what you did?
Oh no. She wasn't even involved in any of my addiction or anything. She's
Oh.
always been really mean to my mom
Oh.
and my aunt, and I just had no reason to speak to her. Like, if you're gonna like mean, like,
Yeah, I have no family
vindictive.
like at all. Like my they were, yeah. So
Yeah. So I just choose not to have, and I had to deal with her whenever my dad passed away, and it was so awkward because I don't talk to her. And then when my dad passed away, she was like, and I get it, it was her son and everything, and I tried to be as nice as possible and accommodating as possible, but I was the next of kin. But I was also in my addiction, trying to deal with all of this.
you stand to inherit that,
What?
the property and all
Oh,
that
dude,
junk?
I have no idea. I would be so surprised if I did because I don't speak with her, and like, I'm not going to speak with her just to get that out of it.
Well,
you
no,
know?
but you might be because you are the next of kin, right?
Yeah, I have no idea. I never even thought about it, but I still love her, but I love her from afar.
Hmm.
Yeah, and dude, dealing with all of that, my aunt really dealt with most of it. Luckily, she like took it all from me.
You never know because strange things happen in sobriety, things that you would not expect. Like maybe you just throw an olive leaf out there and the response is not what you expect.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that would happen, but sometimes things like that happen.
I mean, I should try to have a relationship with her. I think it's kind of selfish me not trying to have, because she deserves to have like a grandson that's like involved in her life. And
Did your dad have siblings?
my dad has a sister. Yeah.
Well, you're the closest thing now. I mean, I don't know. It maybe at some point. I mean, you got to do like a night step and stuff, maybe, or
Yeah, I mean, I'm not resentful against her at all, and I didn't harm her really
just
in
seems
any
like a
way.
stranger to you.
Yeah, it's like you weren't really around. You weren't involved in my life at all. And then it was kind of the same thing with my aunt this time, helping me get sober, because she had cut me off for like, oh my God, we didn't talk for like 5-6 years. And then when my dad passed away, we dealt with all of that, and they saw how bad I was and everything. And they like came back around, and they were like, well, you need to go get help. I'd be like, where have you been? Like, how are you going to just like cut me off for that long, then come back and, you know, do this? And then I agreed to go and everything. And then like my mom's like, well, you need to talk to her more often. I'm like, I don't know how it is to have a relationship with her while I'm sober, you know, because I'm not the same person that I was whenever we were close. So it's hard sometimes. I try to reach out and everything. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like I'm forcing it. Like it's not a natural
it feels
thing.
contrived, but you do it anyway, and then eventually it becomes a relationship.
Yeah. And it was cool. She comes out here to visit me.
Nice.
Yeah, and she opened up with me about a bunch of like stuff with my dad that I didn't know, stuff that she's gone through. And then it was really cool. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that stuff because I really, I pretty much was like, fuck the world and fuck everybody in it.
Me too.
And me as well. And I've learned through experience and time that relationships are the most valuable thing I have. There's nothing else compares to relationships. I guess it's part of being human or something.
Yeah.
So I try. Yeah. Try to have them.
Yeah, I try too. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's very hard. Like, so me and my cousins used to be like super close, like brothers basically. And then I kind of lost touch whenever I went really deep into my addiction. And I mean, we were super close.
It's weird coming back as an adult too, because everybody has their lives. They've moved on. They're different, including yourself and all that. And
Yeah, that's how it is. It's like, I mean, we were super close. And then I fell into all of that and he started building up his life and moved out of state. And I mean, we were super close. Like we lived together at one point, and it was.
But you're reaching out a little bit or something, or not yet, or
Not yet. Yeah, I haven't yet. I've talked to him here and there, but it's just not I don't know. It's not the same.
yeah. Such is life.
Yeah.
It's hard sometimes.
Yeah. But I've made friends out here that I would consider like my family, you know?
Mhm.
And it's people I'd never thought. Like, dude, one of my best friends is a veterinarian.
Really?
Like, dude, I would never thought that I would get along, you know?
Interesting.
Like,
Right. That's super college. I mean,
Yeah.
they're like more than doctors. 'Cause They have to
Yeah.
learn all the different animals and all that stuff.
And he went to UC Davis, which is like the lead veterinary school in the United States. And he's an addict.
What
Yeah.
kind of addict?
Like downers. Like he was stealing stuff from the hospital and
Shoot, he had
Yeah.
access.
yeah, dude. And drinking too, but dude, he's told me some crazy stories. He would like go and steal some from the clinic and then go use it in the bathroom and the techs would have to like come find him and he'd be in there for like 2 hours. Like,
nodding out.
yeah. Yeah. And like it's super, dude. And so he had started working this last time. So he had got like 4 or 5 months sober. He went back to work. They give you like a huge bonus, these veterinary clinics. Like, I don't know, you got like a $15,000 signing bonus. And so they paid him that in his first week. Well, the next month he went out of town to go to a wedding in Pennsylvania and he relapsed. And he ended up crashing a rental car, getting arrested twice for drunk in public. And this was all in like 2 days. He was gone for 2 days and this happened.
Wow, this guy's a mess. How did
Dude,
he?
yeah.
Yeah.
How did he finish veterinary
School?
school?
I guess he wasn't doing that.
He
stuff.
was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, and I doubt myself all the time. This guy can do it while he's like,
Anybody can do it.
yeah. I'm like, bro. But
Interesting.
he's a good dude. I love that guy. And but just dude, that happened in 2 days. He wrecked his car, got arrested twice. But it was crazy. He didn't get a new charge. It was like they put him in the drunk tank. I guess they still do that on the East Coast. They'll put you in the drunk tank and just let you out. In Texas, they're not doing that. You're getting a charge.
Dude, I saw something on TikTok. Some guy came in and robbed a restaurant. Like the people in it, some dude shot him, and he got off. because that's allowed in Texas. If you're being robbed, you can shoot the guy.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%, dude. So one of my old people I used to get stuff from, he did that to a Walgreens. He robbed a Walgreens at that point, and whenever he walked out, this guy tried to stop him with a gun, and my old guy I used to get stuff from shot him, and he didn't make it. And the dude that I know that shot him got off.
'Cause he
After
pulled the gun. So basically, you can shoot each other.
that's what
and it's just
I was
okay.
like, what? How did he was robbing a Walgreens? How did he get off with
Huh.
doing that to somebody?
That's
It's wild. Yeah.
I guess you're less likely to do that stuff if you know you might get shot, though.
Oh, dude, that's why in Texas, like even out here, dude, I'll be riding with somebody and they're honking at somebody. I'm like, don't do that. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, what if they like they're like, people don't have those out here. And I'm like, oh,
For the most part, they don't, and if they do, they're in a lot of trouble. But you can.
dude, I think I'm going to get one if I can.
I
I
went
don't
and
even know
looked
if I
because the
can.
world was getting so crazy.
Mhm.
I started thinking, damn, I need to protect myself.
Dude, if you want one, let me know and I'll point you in the right direction. I've been around it my whole life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I never even shot one.
Oh, dude, we should go.
Okay.
It'll be fun. Let's go one day.
Okay.
We can go to like a range and we can rent some.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to try different ones to see what fits before I like.
Yeah,
if
let's
I
do it. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, my friend
I
said.
love the way you guys are talking about this. It's like two girls talking about like going and buying a pair of shoes. I love it.
Really? That's what it's compared to?
Dude, I feel awkward too because I can't say it. I have to say like pew pew. You know,
Pew, pew.
you can't say the G word.
You can't?
I don't think so.
Oh, right. I don't know.
Dude, I don't think so. I think you have to say pew pew.
Pew, pew. My one friend, though, that I like pretty well from AA, he told me, no, I will never get a gun because I would have shot myself by now. So that kind of stuck in my head, too, because.
I don't think you can say that either.
Oh,
But but I know what you mean.
yeah, because in the past, I don't feel that way these days, but most of my life I did.
But I mean, if I'm gonna do that anyways, I'll just go get one and then do it. Like it's not hard. Oh, out
It
here
is
there's like a
hard.
10-day
It's
waiting
hard and
period.
It's expensive.
Out here there's a 10-day waiting period. In Texas, you get it within an hour. So maybe that's a good thing. But I mean, you can always just do it another way too.
Well, yeah.
You know, like
That's
I think
true.
certain people shouldn't have them.
But
Like
it stuck in my head just because I thought, wow, that's an interesting perspective.
yeah. Well, looking back at it, like that's how my dad did it.
Mm.
You know,
It
and
seems easier and faster.
yeah, that's how he did it, and it was like.
This just went dark. It
Yeah,
went
I
from
know.
buying shoes
I know,
to
right? But he always had one, and he never used it or anything, or took it out and practiced with it. So looking back at it, I was like, was he just keeping it all this time just for that? And I mean,
that used to be before I had a kid a viable solution in my
Yeah.
head anyway. It still might be because I have a physical problem
yeah,
that really fucked me up, and I thought, I'm just going to be a burden to society.
the Menieres,
Mhm.
yeah,
And I mean, if your quality of life is shit and you can't contribute,
yeah.
but I have a daughter, so thank God I've been
Yeah.
able to control it. But
See, I used to have those days where not since I've gotten sober, but I was like, I have a dog.
damn right.
Yeah, I was
Damn
like, I
right,
have a
yeah.
dog,
It
and what am I
relies on
gonna
you.
what am I gonna do? Do this in front of my dog? My dad did it in front of his dog. I'm like, are you kidding? And he loved this dog. So I'm like, but that was always enough for me. I was like, I have this dog. I know he would be taken care of even if I was gone, but dude, I love this
But
dog.
you're his daddy.
Yeah, I love this
Or
dog.
or is it a boy or a girl?
The boy. Dude, I love this dog more than I love my family. Like, isn't that
Yeah.
wild?
Well, not really, because they don't talk shit. and
Oh, it's
stuff.
unconditional. A dog is unconditional love. So I heard one time it's like lock your girlfriend in the trunk of your car and lock your dog in the trunk of your car for 3 hours and then come back and let him out and see who's happy to see you. Your dog is going to be loving on you and your girlfriend's going to be
That's
pissed.
terrible. Yeah.
That's unconditional love.
It's so good. He gave us drinks. You want one?
I think let me grab my water.
So Faden, tell me more. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. What do you want to know?
Oh, I don't know. Like, what is it like in Colorado where you're at? Is it pine trees or is it like
Oh, hey, I was born in Colorado, but I am in Oklahoma now. So
Oh, Oklahoma. That's
it
right.
is way different. It's beautiful here. Like if you it's not like Colorado, and it's definitely not the same kind of beautiful as California either. But for me, you know,
Is it flatland or
I really
mountainous or
what do you say?
is it flatland or mountainous or hills?
Yes. So where I'm at, it's like mainly plains. It is flat, so it's like it's farmland. That's what it's pretty rural, but a lot of the rural area is farmland. Just plains and big fields with like wildflowers and stuff like that. In spring, it is so green here. It's beautiful.
Why Oklahoma?
I mean, it gets hot, kind of like Texas. Like we're right there next to Texas, so it gets pretty hot here. But I think it's pretty easy to grow stuff here. It's nice. I like
Is there
it.
tornadoes there?
Oh my gosh, there are so many tornadoes here. Like you know that movie, the what is it?
Twister.
The Nader, Twister, whatever.
The Nader.
Yeah, that was based in Oklahoma, I think. I don't know if it was it was like supposed to be like based in Tulsa or whatever, and I'm not too far from Tulsa. Tulsa would be like one of the bigger cities, if you can call it that, of Oklahoma. It's like Oklahoma City and then Tulsa, and they're kind of on the opposite sides of Oklahoma.
Do
And
they have
Tulsa is on the east
AA where
side.
you're at?
What?
Do they have AA where you're at?
They do, but like I've said, it's a small town, so the AA that I'm at is like I've been to them, and I see a lot of people that I know, and I don't know. It's most of the people that are going to the AA are like the old timers who've got a bunch of years under their belt. They're old cowboys. I heard somebody describe it as pretty much what is it, a dry alcoholic, where they're sober, but they are not like.
Oh, they're like rowdy and cranky and stuff.
Yeah, they're not happy with it.
How-
So like they're try, you know, like they're trying to. I don't know how to explain it. It's just
I'd be
I
curious
don't
to
know.
see a meeting like that. How long you been sober?
Um,
Are you sober?
I have been sober off of my DOC for about 4 years. I've got 2 years sober from the drink, and then I've got like 15, 16 months sober from like vapes and the flower. I think that you know, I didn't really have a problem with the drink or anything, but I did feel the need to just go ahead and stop it. And then, like 15 months ago, I started reading the Bible a lot more and more and more. And it just kept saying, like, oh, be sober minded, be sober minded. And it like really stumped me because like I wasn't doing anything that I felt I had a problem with. So I took a step back and I looked at my life and I had to see like what that was, and it was really the flowers. That's a huge part of my testimony, you know, with my mom being a hippie. It was something that I was raised around my entire life. It was something that was extremely casual, extremely normal, was natural and medical. And you know, I worked in the medical flower industry for about 8 years myself. Just back and forth in a bunch of different aspects in that field. and it was very normalized for me. It was very, I looked at it as such, as medicinal, as and I do have to say it does have extreme medicinal usage,
Hmm.
and it is medicine for people who are very sick, um like people with Crohn's disease. There is suppositories that are very, very
Oh shit,
beneficial.
we know somebody
Um,
that has that.
yeah, and I mean, I know who you're talking about. So I don't know necessarily. I mean, it's something to look into because, like I said, it is extremely beneficial for something like that. Very specific. You're not combusting it down with a flame or anything. So the
I mean, I'm sure he's looked into everything at
I
this
don't know.
point,
I
right?
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
a lot of times, what I know with Crohn's is very beneficial is like different like your nutrition change, like different things. Like my friend had Crohn's and he stopped doing certain protein shakes and stuff like that, and almost had very fair minimal. I don't know if he would call it like relapses back or just like not relapses, but like when you fall back into your sickness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well,
Where you're
Wyatt's
doing
a
really
chef
well and you're
too.
not
Did you
having
know that?
an episode and then
yeah. Well, I think that people around here eat like shit because I'm forced because of the Meniere's to eat. I cook my own food. I bring it with me to work. I mean, I won't eat. If I can't get the right food, I just won't eat because I know it's too devastating for me. And I believe through diet that people could, like you just said, they can almost get over things or at least make it a lot more
yeah,
doable.
absolutely. For my children, my children have like ADHD. My son does, and he is like he's pretty high functioning autistic and stuff like that. And I did like we did parasite cleanse and heavy metal detoxes, and let me tell you that alone it was a big change. But then following up with a complete diet change and taking out like any kind of food dyes and stuff like refined sugars and stuff like that.
Sugar,
So like I
seed
took
oils,
yeah,
processed
only kind of oil
anything.
I will use is olive oil, coconut oil. I
That's so
don't
much
do any kind
work.
of other
It's
seed
so
oils.
much work. I mean, I have to go shop, I have to prepare, I have to bring it with me, I have to clean, but I have no
Yeah.
choice. And whatever, it's my plot, but it's that or have a miserable life in my case.
I've been eating Denny's every night for like the past week. Just Denny's, just
Well,
pancakes, eggs,
nice.
bacon,
I mean,
sausage.
they used to call me the garbage disposal. I would never gain weight. I
That's
could
how
just
I am.
eat and eat and eat, and I loved it, but things change.
That's how I am. I
Do
know. Whenever you were over here for your birthday and you were gonna go to In-N-Out and then they were closed when
They
you
were
got there, I was
closed.
like,
Oh
no, he's
God! And then they went to Taco Bell, and I had to starve.
yeah. I was like, oh, he's gonna treat himself to some In-N-Out because I know
But
you eat
I can
healthy.
eat there because I say no salt, and they won't put salt on it, so I can actually eat it. Yeah,
You can't have salt.
no sodium, no.
Oof.
Why?
Probably
tell me
head
kidney
trauma. I have an
problem.
inner ear damage of some sort. I've had, several instances of pretty severe head trauma, so I think that's what did it.
And it causes like vertigo.
But I also
and-
had root canals because I impact, face impact knocked my teeth out, and
So you did a root canal?
I have 5 since I was 17. I just got one redone because it's been infected for I don't know how long, like 30 years maybe, who knows. And I was thinking maybe that would affect it, and it might. I just had it done like a week or so ago, redone.
So I mean I don't know how accurate this is, but I mean you can look into Dr. Barbara O'Neill, and she talks a lot about root canals and
Well,
how
they freak me
devastating they
out.
are to the
They
body.
freak me
Yeah,
out because there's nothing I can do
because
about it.
it's a dead tooth that you're just leaving in you're leaving it in your body, and it's they're just like they're drilling in there and they're drilling at the nerve or whatever. I don't know. You should look into it. Dr. Barbara O'Neill, she does a lot of like natural homeopathic uh like medicines and stuff like that. But just look into it. I think she talks about, honestly just getting those teeth pulled because your teeth, like they connect to a bunch of different areas in your body and it can affect you in different ways that you would never thought that something your tooth could be connected to.
Yeah,
Something completely
I
different.
know.
But
I
look into it.
started to watch a documentary and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch this because what am I gonna do?
It's scary.
What am I
Yeah.
gonna do?
Well, you know what you can do to start off is just oil pulling. I don't know if you've heard about that, but that is beneficial for pretty much
Oil
anybody,
pulling?
honestly.
Dude, somebody,
pulling.
it's funny. Somebody commented that in the TikTok. I've heard about it. I don't even know
Yeah, there's lots of
what it
benefits,
is, but
okay? It's gonna flush your thyroids and stuff like that. And it also whitens your teeth, you know. And oil pulling is you just take coconut oil and you swish it around in your mouth every morning when you wake up. First thing you do before you drink water, before you brush your teeth, before you do anything, you just swish it around. The longer you can swish it around, the better. Now it is, coconut oil. So I mean, it might be a little rough at first. You might not be able to swish it around for that long, but it's super beneficial to your health. And then, like I said, it's also going to whiten your teeth. So
Really?
why not?
dude, I'm just gonna pull all of my teeth out and then get.
Well, it's these bottom teeth here, so I'll just be like, no teeth.
Well, no, I'm gonna get implants because my teeth are jacked
Very
up.
But you need money, bro. That's money. I just paid $2,000 for this root canal.
Does anybody in the TikTok want to pay for me to get implant?
We'll do a
teeth
GoFundMe.
implants? Oh, I see
would do
somebody.
implants.
You're
Yeah.
going to get yourself a sugar mama.
That's
You
what
know,
I
all your little
need.
cameos on
That's what I
Bad
need.
Chat.
That's what I need. That's why I'm in there trying to find a sugar mama.
If I had the money,
I
I,
heard
would
you.
get implants there. That's preferable, right? Over the root canals and the dead tooth, the implants.
Oh, absolutely preferable.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would do it if I had the money.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
have
it's
like
expensive.
I have a fear of the dentist too.
It sucks.
Yeah, me
dude. There's
too.
nothing
I was
sucks like
strapped down to it one of the first times. Me and my sister, we were literally strapped down. They strapped our heads and then they strapped our chin down.
Oh, dude, whenever I was a kid,
Yikes.
I had braces and my jaw wasn't wide enough. So they had to put this thing in the top of my jaw that spread it out. So it breaks the bone in your jaw and it spreads it out. So you have more room for your teeth because I didn't have enough room for my teeth. And it was so painful, dude. And
But why get implants now?
oh, my teeth are jacked up.
Oh, like cavities, all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I didn't take care of myself and my addiction at all. And I'm going to have to pay for it. But it's going to have to happen.
I ended up getting
eventually.
braces not because I had fucked up teeth, it's because again, it was my life. So all this is a result of things that I've been resentful about for a long time. But
are you still resentful?
I mean, it still comes back, and I just have to ask God, like, look, I'm old now, so what am I gonna keep tripping over the same thing for the rest of my life? People make mistakes. Sometimes random shit happens to you, and you have no choice in the matter, and it's just life can be rough.
Yeah, that's kind of how I came to it with my dad. I was like, I mean, I know how he was feeling because I felt that way and I've thought about doing it. So how am I going to be mad at him for actually doing it?
Well, that's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Right?
And like, I mean, he could have gotten help. He knew that there was help out there because I've been trying for myself, but what am I going to do? Be mad at him forever? Like,
Well, it's just gonna hurt your life, right?
yeah. How am I going to be mad at somebody who's not here? Like, I don't know.
I still can though.
Yeah.
But it comes and it goes.
Somebody told me that I like this a lot. I heard this in AA. One of the few things I've heard in there that I've liked. One of the cliches. It's holding on to a resentment is like holding on to a hot coal and hoping it hurts somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right. Or drinking poison and trying to kill the person you're mad at. Or
Yeah, it's like, bro, I don't know.
Oh, that's good. Carry that one with me for a while. I was talking to Tweety in here about that with forgiveness. I feel like that is definitely something that I've been working on for a really long time. It's something that I want to get better at, or like honestly just learn how to actually have true forgiveness and not
Yeah.
just a temporary. Because I find myself being able to forgive somebody in a moment, and
God, in that moment, it's so
anything.
freeing, though. When you actually
It is
do it,
freeing.
it's yeah, freedom.
Yeah, and definitely something that we forget is like you were saying, the forgiveness is not necessarily, it's not for them. It's not just because you forgive somebody doesn't mean, oh,
It doesn't what?
yeah, just because you forgive somebody doesn't mean that like what they did wasn't wrong
Oh,
or didn't
right.
hurt you, or like that they, like it just means that you can get rid of it. Like you don't have to sit there and carry like for
Yeah.
yourself, basically. You're not
Yeah.
forgetting
It's for
somebody, for
you, but it's not
anybody
only
else.
for you, because if you have children and friends and stuff, those resentments will color your
Mhm.
personality and the way you treat them. So really it's for you and the people you love.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's the hard part, is that when it's somebody you're trying to get rid of resentment for, somebody that you do genuinely love. Like for me, it's my
Mm.
dad. Like I definitely have a lot of resentment with him. He's he's the one I originally started using with.
Mm.
He
Really?
wasn't part of my life until I was around 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Colorado and I met him for the first time, and started using H and
With your dad?
many other things. Well, he didn't use that.
Oh.
He used ice cubes. He used ice cubes. He was a kind of a uppity guy. I was a downer girl, and I really I got what I wanted by um, guilt tripping him. So I didn't have to do a whole lot of dirt on people. I didn't have to go out there and do certain things at that point in my life as a teenager, because it was just easier to guilt trip him and get whatever I wanted, like a little spoiled brat. And it was something new. I never lived that. Like I never
You
had that.
found a new skill.
I did, because I was second oldest of 5 girls, and we lived very humbly with my mom. Like hippies, like there was no, there was no being spoiled. There,
Right.
you were hippies. It was just a humble. And then to go to him and being like, wow, like I can literally get absolutely whatever I want. It's so easy, and I didn't have any, like I didn't feel bad about it either. And
Mm-hmm.
so, like in the midst of my addiction, I had no shame at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and
Wow, that scares me. You've learned
it
that
got
you've
really
had.
ugly really quick, because I didn't have to do, I didn't have to do a whole lot for it. I didn't have to do anything except for use my hurtful words. It was 6 months to a year of self-destruction, of just it's just not good. And I eventually kicked in my nana's basement. I chose to get sober, and my nana she did Reiki on me. She did a bunch of
What's a
different.
nana?
What?
What's a nana?
Grandma?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a grandma.
That's a
It's like
southern
my
thing.
nana and my papu. Yeah. She's Italian, so I don't know if that was an Italian thing, but that was just I'm like, that's just my nana thing.
Mm.
She's a massage therapist. She did Reiki on me. She did a bunch of different kinds of detoxes on me. As the first time I ever experienced any kind of parasite cleanses, heavy metal detox. she did different like essential oil therapies on me. We did like the
But isn't
raindrop.
heavy metal detox really hard on your body? Don't you have to do like chelated something or another and
Well, we just used activated charcoal with it for the binder so that I could pass it. So the thing was, is I was doing parasite cleanses and heavy metal
wow, you're deep
because
into
the thing
this.
that was
She's
really
deep into this stuff.
hard on my body is when you do the parasite cleanses, the parasites release the heavy metals when they die off.
Yeah, I thought you were
And that's
just
when
talking
people
about.
start.
I just thought you were talking about like you listen to metal for a long time and then.
So
I mean, yes, I do listen to metal.
So is your dad still around? Is he here still?
Okay, so he is in prison.
Okay.
I got sober and clean and sober. Well, I mean, I still used the plant at that time, but like I got clean, and then him, and then my cousin.
Have you talked to your
Um,
dad while he's in prison?
oh yeah, it's been back and forth. He's been in and out for several years now, but this last time that he got out, my nana passed away. My papa just passed away during COVID. He got COVID and it took him out within a day or two.
wow.
And they sold the house in Colorado and they got a bunch of money. And so that was split up between my dad, his twin brother, and their sister. And my dad had quite a bit of money when he came out of prison. He stayed in a halfway house for maybe a month and then was staying with some family here and there, and then eventually started staying in hotels. And I was in the process of trying to figure out of getting him like, I don't know, like a camper or something, and then having him come down to stay with me. And within a week, I'm guessing, relapsed. I don't know. He didn't really talk to me, and got picked up with several lbs of ice cubes and Fenty bags,
LDs?
and
Wow.
it was a lot. So he's in prison for several years now, and that's something I'm trying to forgive.
Well, I mean,
Because
eventually.
what?
I mean, like from my experience, I wish I would have forgiven my dad before he passed, so I could have tried to like rebuild that relationship, because eventually, I mean, you're not going to be able to. I don't know if you want to rebuild that relationship, but if you do, eventually he's not going
I
to be
feel like
here,
I
and you're not going to
do.
have the chance to rebuild that
Yeah,
relationship if you don't forgive
I
him.
definitely feel like I do. I think the things that I'm holding resentment on is selfish and stuff, honestly, in a way, because it was it's like, it sucks to say, but like, I live in a small homestead. I'm a single mom, and just the all the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that he squandered away by
Yeah.
doing what he did, that
It
killed
could have
me.
helped you out a lot.
It could have helped both of us out.
Both of
Like,
you.
he could have been part of the dream team. Like, he could have come here and
Yeah, he could have built
we could have
something.
had a beautiful, sober life with his grandchildren and me, all of that. And so
Yeah.
that killed me.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to learn how to forgive. And that's, another reason why I even joined the Discord in the first place. Because, like I said, I'm sober. My dad, my cousin, my beautiful cousin, my dad's twin brother, his firstborn, we used together for the first time. We started using together, and I got sober. He never did. And it is such a pain to see. It's like, it breaks my heart to see him, because I was so close with him. I loved him so much. Like, it was weird. It was different than the kind of love that I even have with my own sisters, who I grew up with.
Look at my new suit.
And
But he's still around, right?
somewhere
Well,
living
you're, well,
like
you're
on the
talking. I mean,
streets
the way you're
in
talking is
Colorado.
like he's gone, but he still has a chance.
He does still have a chance, and I pray for him. But he's it's hard for me to talk to him. When I do talk to him, it's like he's in a different reality. It is like it's hard for me to connect with him. I don't know how to talk to him. That's why I'm in the Discord. That's why I joined, is because I want to try to learn how to talk to people that are still in their addiction. I remember being in my addiction, but I wanted to get out, and that's why I got out. And I want to learn how to talk to people. I want to learn how to use my words in a way that's not going to put anybody off.
Well, all you have to
Because I
do,
feel like in
all
the
you have to,
past, everything I've said is harsh or maybe not so loving.
well, in my experience, all you have to do is be honest with them and relate your experience. And if they're not going to hear it, they're not going to hear it. So many people tried to help me whenever I was in my addiction get out, and I just didn't want to.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
It just breaks my heart. I don't want to, like, that's something in me that's like, I almost don't want to accept.
Yeah.
I almost don't want, and that's why I'm like clinging on to the Discord, because I don't take it personal when someone in the Discord is like, maybe they're just not ready and there's nothing I can absolutely say to them, but maybe if I could just be here to talk with them, even if they are still in their addiction, like, you know, like I'm trying to learn in that way. But like for, like, especially with my cousin, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, all
I'm
you
just
can do is
learning.
like be an example, you know,
Yeah,
especially for your family
absolutely.
members. And let them know that whenever they're ready to get help, that you can point them in the right direction. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I can't get anybody sober.
Yeah, it's
It's
their
not
own
up to me.
choice.
I don't have that power. I can do what was done for me and help them out, which I will do every time it's presented to me.
Absolutely.
And that's not always the prettiest thing either, dude. Like somebody detoxed me on their couch multiple times. One time I stole everything out of this guy's house that was detoxing me on his couch.
Yeah.
You're a bad
And
man.
you know what? He detoxed me again in his house.
Really?
Yes. And I met this guy, he was working at a treatment center. And I left and I called him after a couple months. It was like, hey, I need to do this. And he's like, well, why don't you detox in my house and I'll get you into this place for free. Like, dude, so much was done for me in my addiction to try and help me get out of it. So I'll always try to repay that.
And I see you doing that. You know, I've seen that with a couple people. You're trying to do that with a couple people, and I've seen them maybe not be as receptive to it.
I try,
and that
but
breaks my heart when I see them, because when they're like, "Oh no, I could never do that," I'm like, "Bro, this is your life, bro. You're like, come on."
well, some people also think
But
they
it's like
have it
there's
all.
nothing you can say.
Some people think they have it all figured out, and it's like, bro, we can see you. You obviously don't have it all figured out. I don't have it all figured out, but I'm
Yeah, as I was about to
willing
say,
to
I'm
admit that.
sober and I don't have it all figured out. I'm
Well,
still
I
trying
think
to
the
figure out,
people
like,
who are more evolved are the ones that don't have it figured out. I don't know. Me and Pat used to say this a lot. I don't know. Is like the wisest, most healing way to go is I don't know. Because when I think I know, I'm in trouble.
Well, dude, people that try to like life coaches and shit, I run far away from those people.
Because they know.
Yeah,
They
because
know everything.
they think they know,
Yeah.
and I don't know. There we go.
I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. We
Yeah.
got to find somebody who knows.
Well, how long are you gonna stay here for, Billy? It's 10.
I'm not. I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Yeah.
You're gonna leave me? I got work tomorrow too. You have work tomorrow?
Usually, but I always have work. Yeah, there's always paperwork and
Yeah, because you have your own
billing. I have
thing.
billing to do. Yeah.
How's that going? Pretty good. You busy?
It's going good, bro. I'm like, I actually have some money, honey, and it's weird. It's weird
Yeah.
having money. Yeah.
That's good, dude. I'm happy for you.
I mean, I'm not like rich. I mean, I just have some. If I wanted to get money out of my
Yeah,
account,
you
I
could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm considering like investing for retirement, which
What?
not a lot, but there's something
Bro,
there.
you have to
There's
start
somewhere
somewhere.
to start.
I
so-
cashed out my 401ks
Yeah.
in my addiction. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the first thing to go, because I had one since I was 18. So from like 18 to like I think the first time I cashed out was like 24.
Right.
And I was like,
well, you're young. You could start now and still do very well.
I was like, I'm rich.
Rich for a little while.
Yeah. Why would I leave this in here? I can have this right now.
Yeah.
I just have to pay like a 50% tax.
My gosh.
I was like,
really?
oh, it's worth it. Yeah. All right, dude.
How do we end this? Well, Discord, it's been great. Faden, it's been nice to meet you. TikTok, I don't know what the heck's going on over there, but please be nice.
Oh, dude, you don't know. So on TikTok, they have to subscribe to watch now.
Oh.
So they have to pay us.
Oh, so they can't even come in.
No.
Crafty. You guys are crafty over here.
I think it was the smartest thing Pat ever did.
Yeah.
It limits the hate.
Because I saw someone say they're going to lose their subscription rights pretty soon.
Yeah. We're never going to lose them. And if we do, you'll just pay us again. We should have made it $10 instead of $5. I don't know.
This is not Netflix.
You don't want to go too high.
Yeah. All right.
Well, hey, here's my...
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Well, here's my commitment for until next week. I am not going to touch social media. And I'm already doing it, but it's not that easy. So if anyone else wants to make a commitment, just let us know next week what it is. And good night, y'all.
Do you guys know how to end it? Or
Sometimes Dude, so we're going to lose our subscription benefits soon? Can you tell me about that?
who, me? I have no idea.
I don't think we're going to lose them, dude. I think you're tripping. I think we're always going to have them. Dude, so if the TikTok has any questions about anything, I can answer some questions.
What up, Bryce? Oh, he can't hear us.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
He doesn't have his headphones on.
You ready to cut it off, dude? Yeah. All right, let's cut it off.
All right. So for everyone in here, me and Jose, when Jose gets back, we will be going live on Learning to Lose's page. I don't think we're doing any anything, and we'll get the YouTube restarted again. Thank you to everyone who showed up for the meeting in Discord. Thank you for everyone who is here in TikTok and YouTube. We appreciate you guys, and we'll be back up in, I don't know, maybe an hour, something like that.
What up, Evan? How you doing, buddy? It's Ryan.
What's up, Ryan? We're about to shut this down real quick. Good to see you, though. Hop in LTL if you can later.
Okay, I sure will, brother.
All right.
Yeah.